for joining the Burton Beat. We have our first podcast here. We have approaching autumn.
Hello.
Yeah.
Say hello, Devin.
Hello, I'm Devin. This is our boy Joel.
I'm very odd, but hey, that's all right.
That's totally fine. It's about as odd as you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah. He actually has a...
Normally I go by the name Dan Seaver because that's how everybody knows me. But since we're in Burton, Burton Raccoon.
That's really good.
There's a story behind that, by the way.
Oh man,
I'd like to hear it.
is it a long story?
No, I'll let you.
Yeah, let's
you don't want to. You don't have to. Tell
it's kind of
you
a
can't
long-
open with like there's a story and then
And not say
It
something.
just comes down to it that I mean, I'm an avid country singer.
Okay.
So when I started singing karaoke here, he nicknamed me the Burton Raccoon. For the reason is his favorite singer is George Jones.
Well, famous country singer.
Famous country singer is George Jones,
Okay.
which is named the Apostle.
Oh, so you're
So
like
he's
you're like the Dollar General brand.
The Dollar General brand.
Just
Yeah.
call him the host of the show, the Dollar General brand.
Well,
We're off to a terrible start now,
Well,
you
he's compared
asshole.
to like a country star.
What a douche.
Like that meme with Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, I don't know anything.
I
about
heard
that.
he just shaved his mullet.
He did.
And now he
But-
looks like a Wish
did.
version of Limp Bizkit.
Exactly, that's the meme.
That's great.
I meant it, what?
A Wish version.
Oh wait, you're supposed to say I didn't mean it, my bad.
Oh,
We're sorry, Morgan.
No, I'm not.
All right, so where are you guys from?
So, the band is from Flint. I actually started the band in 2008. We did a lot of shows. It took a while to get the original lineup together. Devin's not even a part of the original lineup. And we'll get to that in a minute. Well, you're a piece of shit, so.
He calls them as he sees them.
So we were playing, and then it got to a point to where we just disbanded, and we were gonna originally, hey, let's take some time off, let's take some time away from each other, and that turned into like 10 years, and unfortunately our guitarist John Soden passed away, and
Sorry to hear that.
thank you. Yeah, that was a huge blow to all of us, actually. Hands down, the best musician I have ever seen in my life. He was very dedicated to the craft, and he's very missed by a lot of people. But we all met up at his funeral, and we were like, "Hey, you guys want to hang out, jam a little bit?" Sure. Nothing really kindled for a while, but then just randomly, in like a year or two later, we were like, hey, let's jam. And we did, and Josh, our former drummer, was in a band with Devin called Meridians. They were an amazing metalcore band. And
I know them well.
yeah,
Oh,
dude,
nice.
they were...
Yeah, those were the days.
Yeah, I knew who you guys were too. So when I was like, we got Devin from Meridians, that's pretty badass.
So I seen you play with Eliza Within.
Oh yeah, Zach's a good friend of mine. We've opened for
He's a
them
very
many
good friend of mine
times.
too.
I love I still consider the Machine Shop home, although we haven't in this iteration played.
Not in this
Yeah.
iteration, but approaching autumn is that Machine Shop is home for us.
But yeah, so I was in Meridians. We
That's why you look familiar. I was
Yeah,
at
yeah.
that show.
yeah. So I was the bass player for that band with Josh. He was the original drummer not the original. But
Yeah,
he
he's
was
the original.
of Approaching Autumn.
Yep, he's an
And
original.
so he was the drummer in my band as well. We became very close friends. And Meridians broke up, and then we went to. We were all mutual friends with John, so we met him at the funeral. This is actually the first time I met Joel.
Yeah.
And
Worst meeting, but like,
Hey, what's up? You want to jam?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
no, but we became
We're terrible friends.
We immediately became friends.
That's what he would have wanted.
He would be
Yeah.
happy
Yeah.
that we were talking about playing music.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
that's what we love to do
Mhm.
together.
And to be honest, he probably would have liked it if we could have done like a weekend at Bernie's.
Dude,
Yeah.
oh my god, yes.
I think he'd have our blessing for that.
I think he would too. But no, we miss that guy so much, and he was an amazing writer. Like when it comes to guitar, man, holy shit, I've never seen anybody like really dedicate their life to studying everything about guitar. Like you couldn't school him. He schooled you. He was the best.
I know a guy like that.
So we released a couple singles because we were also still trying to like put our members together, and our buddy Steve Fox, who used to be in the band Avenue Sky, we used to tour with them. Well, I know. I'm naming all these bands that you know. We used to tour with them. We were on the same management label, and it was always a joke that Steve really should have been in Approaching Autumn, because he should have been. So as soon as we got serious with this, I'm like, Steve, you're in. Please come join. Like, it was very, very nice to finally have him in the band. It was like he was always here all along. He feels like an original member, even though he's sadly not.
So, okay, all right. So where did the name Approaching Autumn come from?
So when we were trying to come up with a name, we didn't want to sound too metal. Because originally we were like a pop punk band, and somewhere out there on the internet,
Like Bye 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 or what?
Oh yeah, dude,
Okay.
like totally, 100%, like talking about butterflies and fucking held in hands walking down the sand beaches and shit. Like we were really like, I don't know. I'm happy we're not them anymore. But I mean, don't get me wrong, it was good music.
Right.
We were trying to like write what other people were doing,
Right.
because we were just trying to fit in,
Mm-hmm.
basically. Because we were trying to build a name for ourselves, and then after a while we're like, this sucks. Can we like switch to something different? And actually, one of the songs we're playing acoustically tonight that we've never played acoustically,
All right.
it's called "The Beginning of the End." Originally, our original bass player Mike Hack, what's up, buddy? He originally named the song "My Foot, Your Teeth." End of story. We're like, that's a little bit much. We probably should change the name.
That's very metal.
Dude. Because we were trying
I still like it. But.
I do too. I still think it's great, but like,
Do the quotation marks. That's what the actual name is.
it was great.
Maybe
'Cause
that's
Banana
not a bad
1015, they actually played our new single like when we played the shop, because there was a ton of people there first, and they were like, who the hell are these guys? And then, long story short, we knew somebody who got our stuff on the Banana, and when they described the song, it was like, we thought at the time, that's so cool how they're describing it, but then I listened to it now, I'm like, he's kind of making fun of us. Because of how he's like, my foot, your teeth, ... end of story. And I'm like, yeah, and now I'm like, fuck,
Well,
that
everybody
was really
doing
stupid.
the ... That was really popular.
I don't know why we did that, though.
That's just funny.
It's just funny.
It's funny to be stupid, I guess.
Nowadays, that is how we name songs. It's just like the dumbest thing.
Oh my god, some of the song names on our new album are amazing. One of them is called James Cameron is Raising the Bar.
Well, all right. I
We
mean,
have a song called John Connor, for Christ's sakes.
no, and I was looking at your songs, and I was like, okay, all right. I'm a big nerd though. Like I love, because John Connor. Like what was it? What was it? It was another one. It was a book reference. What song? You have another song. that's a book
It
reference.
felt wrong not to swing.
No, that's
No.
That's from
Signs.
That's
Yeah,
Signs.
that's Signs. Right.
You have another song, and for the life of me, and it's gonna kill me because I can't think of it at the moment.
I don't know.
But it's a book reference.
Steve
Not
names the
beware,
songs.
not beware the ads of March. It's
Oh,
not.
Yeah,
it is.
I'm sorry.
It
Yeah,
is.
no, yeah. Caesar.
Oh my god, why did I not?
Caesar.
Yeah, I guess it's technically.
I'm actually really embarrassed right now because that's where the name
It's
fucking
like,
came from.
well, you don't think of it as being a book. It's more like
Yeah,
history.
yeah, like Shakespeare.
Yeah, it's yes. So when I was writing that song, I wrote that song 10 years ago.
Okay.
12 years ago. I was going through addiction at the time, and I'll be actually 10 years sober this October.
Congratulations.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
That's awesome.
And it's about like, I use Beware the Ides of March because I love reading and Julius Caesar and all that shit. And just the story of him.
Yeah.
It's about dying, obviously.
Yeah.
So my story was about me killing myself, a version of myself.
That's
I
pretty
wanted
cool.
to-
I like that.
That's why we did the video the way we did.
Right.
Because it was me dragging the old me, getting rid of the old me, and now here I am.
Which
Sober as a
actually,
bird.
I shared that today.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, no, it's because that was the big share today. Is I wanted to let everybody know that's the like what kind of music you guys did. So I actually put that out, And I was like, I know that reference, and I was like, God, why, But yeah, I know it's a.
That was the name of our last album that came out. Actually,
Beware the
almost.
Nightmare.
Yeah, it was recorded by. It was engineered and produced by Edward Tabbitt of the Garage Recording Studio in Davison. He's actually the lead singer of the band, the Eddie T Band. It's an outlaw country band.
I know them well.
Oh, that's dude.
He knows everybody.
Yeah.
They
We know
were
the
on-
same people. We should hang out.
They
swim
were
in the same
on,
pond.
they did a performance for us because
They're good.
I don't like to talk about it, but I was on a different, I've had a few radio shows, and we did like I want to say anniversary
Mhm.
shows and at certain bars like around, and they performed for us, and one of their songs that I really like them performing because I'm an avid break dancer.
More breaking than dancing.
More breaking.
Yeah, I've seen him dance. There's no
But
coming back.
they do a version of Staying Alive,
Oh yeah.
and they have to play that when I'm in the crowd because they're like, oh, you got to get up in here and dance.
Oh yeah.
So but I've known them for a very long time. They're
That's cool.
awesome.
That's really cool. Yeah, I'm good friends with Eddie.
So I do have a question. What are your biggest songs right now? Like what all time? What is your biggest songs?
Beware the Ides of March, I would say.
That one probably gets a lot of traffic because it's the only one we have a music video for currently.
Yeah, because we have the lyric video for John Connor.
Yeah.
I would probably say Breathe is a popular one just because it's more like
I don't
radio
know, I haven't
friendly.
paid too much attention to like.
When I look at the statistics, I see that Breathe and John Connor are up there, but I also always see It Felt Wrong Not to Swing creeping up there. And I hear a lot of people want to hear an acoustic version of that, so that's cool because we're playing that tonight.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's great.
So you're not really out to be a radio band per se.
I mean, we just kind of write songs that we like. We're not really trying to adhere to like.
Stereotypes.
Yeah, and not
Like a
to sound
different
like
like a
high and
different
mighty
audience.
about it, but like I don't think that really comes into the conversation.
We just think of something cool and then we build around it.
That's
And
awesome.
Yeah, that's just how we write. Dan, our guitarist, was supposed to be here tonight, but unfortunately he was at work. That motherfucker pumps out songs like tomorrow. Like you have no idea how many new songs we have right now. It's unbelievable, and it's because of him. Like I wrote a couple. He's got like 3 albums.
Like Freddie Mercury, just
Dude, no joke. Like that's what I'm saying. He's a genius.
Yeah.
He says that, but it's still collaborative. He's still
Yeah.
you're writing the lyrics.
Yeah, like
You're
he comes up with the
contributing guitar
concepts, and like we all write our own parts.
I'm
but like
writing my bass.
Dan at least gets it. So like Dan writes like I do. He writes the whole song from beginning to end, and he writes the rhythm guitar. That's exactly what I do.
Okay.
So then Steve writes his own part. He writes his own bass, and then I write the vocals. And then Steve usually comes up. Steve has a note thing on his phone. I swear to God, it's got like 200 different names. Random shit pops into his head, and then he just types it out. That's a song name. You know how many Ace Ventura references we have?
to scroll through the list of song names takes you 3 minutes on like the
Like,
Facebook.
No joke.
Let's just do everything you want.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
And that's
We quote that shit all the time.
So with that saying, what artist actually made you like get into music?
You take that one first.
I mean, my youngest memories of getting into music was like Black Sabbath, Pantera. My parents were metalheads, so like that 90s, because that's when I grew up. I'm 31 now, so like the kind of metal and stuff that was out in the 90s was really what I cut my teeth on. But
I'm gonna take a photo while we're doing this. So
Yeah, go ahead.
nowadays I love everything. I've recently gotten into listening to like Prince and just all sorts of like broadening my horizons and listening to all sorts of
I'll
stuff.
fist bump you to Prince because that's probably my main influence, like as far as on guitar.
this motherfucker wore a Prince shirt in our
Oh yeah, and the
heavy
Beware the
metal
Ides of March
music
thing,
video.
I'm wearing a
And
Prince
Beware the
shirt.
Ides of March. He's wearing a
Yeah.
Prince shirt.
Prince shirt,
Purple,
yeah.
purple
Dude
rain.
he could shred. He could shred
Well,
on
yeah,
guitar.
he's
Was
amazing.
he brought out like Sheila E., didn't he?
Yeah, Sheila E., The Time. I mean, he wrote for all of that.
Oh, yeah.
Including Sinead O'Connor. I mean, come on.
Mm.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. No shit.
What
Yeah.
So I will say my very first influence is Freddie Mercury. Not
Oh.
Queen, Freddie
Freddie
Mercury.
Mercury, yeah.
He was like, and of course I discovered him literally the year he died. Or no, not the year he died. Sorry, I'm thinking of Kurt Cobain. I discovered Kurt Cobain the year he died. Because that's when
You would have been like 7.
Yeah. That was when I first heard that shit.
Fair enough.
Because it was
Someone
all...
died? What's their music?
No,
Oh, this shit
it was
good.
all over.
That does-
It was all over MTV.
Yeah, oh,
It was all over MTV.
back when they played music.
And my
Yeah.
my mom watched MTV all the fucking time. It was on constantly. So when Green Day's Basket Case video came out, I was glued to that shit as a child. I thought Trey Cool was the coolest motherfucker on earth. Like, no joke. That video made me like want to play music like fucking like in a band. Like Freddie Mercury made me want to study music, made me want to understand how it works.
Yeah.
But Green Day made me want to I want to fucking do that. I want to paint my hair blue and I want to be in a band. And I did that and I looked ridiculous, but that's okay.
We played a lot of Tony Hawk, is what you're trying to say.
Yes, I played shit tons of Tony Hawk. I ate tons of Funyuns and I went on 0 dates.
Yeah.
Hey, but music came first. That was
He
the-
knows. He went to high school with me.
Oh.
They both did.
That's a long time ago.
I'm old.
So, all right. So, I was curious though. Since you're local, do everything locally. Where do you record?
We actually record at my recording studio.
Oh, okay.
So, Josh, who's no longer in our band, he actually left just this past year.
Okay.
He was our engineer. He owns 2DNH Media, and he makes videos for like Conquer Divide and stuff like that. And he does I run
a podcast with Josh.
Oh, that's right,
If,
yes.
if you want to check that out, it's called The Fortress of Solid Dudes.
And it's
Yeah.
Dude.
And
you
it's-
guys should do a collab one day.
That'd be really cool.
Fuck
Yes.
yeah, that'd be
Uh,
sweet.
And also, I love Superman.
Bring
So,
him on.
well, I mean, I love DC. I'm not a big Superman fan, but I
mean-
appreciate
I
it.
feel that. Well, we couldn't not. You're wearing all this Batman stuff.
Yeah,
I could
yeah.
not talk to
I
you.
mean,
about
the
that.
bird beats about music, but I don't care. We can come on and talk or whatever, you know. Heck, I'll bring comedians on. I don't care.
Yeah, hell yeah. We're in the process of moving our studio around actually. So we'll get back to you on that one. I can see that on the horizon.
That would be fucking fun.
That'd be
That's
great.
big. I don't know. He's not gonna come back.
He's just telling you what you want to hear. So what I did was I know about recording because I worked with Eddie Tabbitt, and Eddie Tabbitt actually taught me a lot about
He's
recording.
a genius.
Dude, that guy can. Have you seen his new shit at his new studio?
Yes, I
Oh
have.
my motherfucking god!
Yes, I have.
I want to live in that place, man. It's beautiful. So I started acquiring equipment, and then I started buying a lot of shit, and I turned a whole section of my house actually into a studio.
So you're like 8 crates around and stuff.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's the whole music room. It's awesome. It's like walking into the Guitar Center because there's drums, there's amps, there's guitars on every single wall.
There's a guy that asked you, "Hey, do you guys need help?"
Yeah, exactly. There's a dude standing there. His name's Victor.
Oh.
I know that'd be great if you're that rich.
Yeah.
Fantasies are fun. That's why I had no friends in high school. So I own In-House Media and Retro Studios, and In-House Media actually does a lot more than recording. We actually build websites, and we do LLCs, trademarks, service marks. We do logo designs. We do animations, music videos. You name it, we fucking do it. So yeah, that's where we record.
That's awesome. And I'm glad that it's locally based too. It's not you're not outsourcing it. You're not, like everything. You have control over everything.
Yep.
You're not getting, reamed by the man.
Plus, when I have questions, I just message Josh.
Yeah.
Or I message Ian Korsick. He owns Bare Knuckle Studios in Davidson. He actually does all of our mixing and mastering.
Right on.
So
as
we-
a fellow Cardinal, I got you.
Nice. So yeah, we track everything at In-House Media Retro Studios, and then everything gets sent over to Bare Knuckle Studios in Davison, and then Ian does his magic.
Right on.
That's how the process works. Works out pretty well.
That sounds great. So what is exactly going on with the band right now? What's because from what you've told us, you're on like a rocky path as of right now. The entry was less than what we wanted.
Like a divorce.
Yeah. No, that's a touchy subject for some of us here.
Okay.
Well, no, we're all still really good friends with Josh. He's one
Yeah,
of my best
we're
friends.
cool with him. He wanted to do something different,
Sorry.
Oh, Amber Alert, right?
Yep. No, it's an emergency warning for the National Weather
Oh,
Service.
there's gonna be a tornado, guys.
Oh, we'll be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we're
fine.
good.
We welcome tornadoes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, basically, Josh, he wanted to get out of the scene, and we get it. Sometimes you want to do other stuff, and doing music takes a lot of time, takes a lot of effort, and he was doing so much for us. It was unbelievable. Like, we couldn't have asked for more. We absolutely very much thank him, because he absolutely got us to where we're at.
Right.
If it wasn't for Josh and his abilities, like, we wouldn't be anything right now.
Yeah, I get it with about the time with music because I'm a musician and it's like people are asking me like, when are you gonna do something? When are you gonna do something? It's like I don't have the time.
Yeah,
I don't have the time. You know, I work
it
a
becomes a
full-time
lot.
job and I try to balance everything and I tried to do
Plus,
it.
being in a
one time.
relationship also, like
Yeah,
that.
my
that-
relationship's awesome. Okay, she supports me in
Well,
everything
there
I
you
do.
go.
I mean, she's wearing the shirt, so I mean, she's great. But like, you talk about the '90s because I'm like, I'm older. But like, I did the '90s thing, with a local band and stuff like that. And now I hear the '90s and I can't even bear to hear it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like
I still really like a lot of the music that came out of that.
I like some of it, but like
I like
Charles was
some of
like-
it, but like there's some of it that I'm just like, nope, I'm good.
Some of it didn't age well.
If I never hear it again,
And
I'm
a
good.
lot of it sounds a lot like you guys ever watched Ted?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where
Yeah.
all like a lot of the songs from the '90s, they just
I
like
know.
a song like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like me and Travis work at the same place, and it's like I hear it on the radio all the time, and it's like I can't stand this song.
We can dance if we want to. We can leave our friends behind. Because if the friends don't dance, and if they don't.
I hear that about
You
8
know the
times.
words.
But I guess to answer your question, we had like a bunch of songs written with Josh.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
I'm good.
got so far off track.
I know.
Yeah, right. You remembered it.
But yeah, we had a bunch of songs written with Josh, and then that he just we went our separate ways with him. So we decided just kind of to start fresh. And since that time, kind of during COVID, we've written a bunch of songs. And so I guess we're just kind of corralling like what we're liking and for a possible album. But for now, some of those songs that we're really digging, we're gonna make into a demo
Okay.
called
Scratch demo.
Scratch Demo.
So it's not going to be super produced. It's our writing. It's what. So when we
write an album, we record it twice.
Yeah.
Now we will work on it in studio, scratch it, see what we like, see what we don't like, so on and so forth. And then when we have a feel for it, for how we absolutely want it, then we go back in, re-record everything the way that we absolutely love it, and then we'll release it. So what we want to do is release the scratch demo, and we want to call it, what do we want to call it?
Death/Love, or you can call it just Death Love.
Yeah, Death and Love.
Alright.
And then we're going to record actually several songs from our last album acoustically now,
Okay.
and even throw a couple new ones on it and call it Love and Death.
Not
And-
kick to the teeth.
No, not
No,
kick to
not-
the teeth.
No,
More like kick to the
it's
spleen.
still up for a
Kick to the
vote.
spleen.
That's a cool concept. Though. I mean,
It is.
Yeah.
I love to hear metal bands like go acoustic.
We like to do what makes us happy. We like to do what we think sounds cool, even if nobody else likes it. We like it, so.
Exactly.
So, no, you're good. So, do you guys have any like concerts set up right now? Do you have tour dates? Do you have?
Not at the moment, because our lead guitarist, Steve, is actually in another country at the moment.
What country?
We can't actually say.
Oh.
It's because he's working. He's not supposed to
Is
put
there
it
an
out.
NDA on it?
Yeah, he
Oh,
had
yeah,
a-
well, I
We'll
wish I
blur
would've
this
done
part
that, so-
out. This didn't happen.
No, we just can't say where he's at. He just doesn't.
Okay.
He just doesn't want it out in public where he's at.
Right on.
But he's a civilian contractor.
Okay.
He's been a paramedic now for I think like 10 years. And they request certain people
Right.
to go over there. He did it once.
Good for him.
And
Yeah.
then they requested him to come again. So yeah, he's pretty much a Billy Badass over there.
Right on. Now, before the show, I was talking to Joel
Yeah.
about because I was talking to you about.
Are you talking about Area Marketing Productions?
Yes.
Yes.
Because you're like, I don't want to
Yes,
release too much because it's a badass
I'm
story. I
excited
need to
tell
know.
this story. So basically, our friend Mike Kyle, he was in a band called 500th Year. Do you know them?
Yes.
Yep. My brother was in that band. So he came to me at one point and was like, "Hey man, I want to do like he was a skydiver, but he's an amateur. He's like, I want to do professional skydiving, but I want to be like a marketing skydiver." I'm like, that sounds insane. What do you want to do? He's like, I want to drag a 20-foot flag behind me with a tail with the band's name on the side, their logo, and I want to fly it into their concert. And I'm like, that sounds crazy. What do you need me for? He's like, I just need some help with funding to get it started. You know, I need someone to sponsor my first one. I'm like, hell yeah. So it was actually me and this guy that actually went in on it together. And he got the flag, he used our logo, and then he did something insane. He said, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna do some test jumps with it, send you some videos. Oh, cool, yeah, we'll use it for our website or whatever. No, he took it to fucking Egypt. And he flew it over the fucking pyramids, and he's the first person
In Egypt?
in Egypt.
That's,
Yes,
that's badass.
in fucking Egypt.
To our knowledge,
Like, it's Egypt.
we've looked. To our knowledge, he's the first person to ever fly a band.
And then Banana 101.5 even did a report on it. I'm going to send you the story on Facebook.
Yeah.
They did a report on it.
And I'll put it in the link. So.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to
Dude,
check that out.
And so then he did that, and he got tons of notoriety for it because he got tons of press from that. Because, dude, he wasn't supposed to do it.
Oh.
So he did it anyway. Oh my God, you should see the footage from when he landed, because they were like coming up to him, but they're not like coming up with like clipboards. They got fucking machine guns, and they're like pissed off.
What you doing?
Exactly. Like, it was crazy. I was like,
Oh, boy.
holy shit. He goes, yeah, we kind of had to like put the footage down and like move it to the side and like.
Who is approaching on him?
Dude, I felt really bad because I thought he was gonna get in trouble, dude. And he was in a tight spot for a second, but everything was good. He came home. He got to keep all of his footage, and he didn't because they were gonna fine him like a shitload of money.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
a lot of fucking money, and then somehow he got out of it. And it was because you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah,
like,
no.
They allow the skydivers to do the skydiving, but you're not allowed to do any type of marketing. You're not allowed to carry a flag or anything like that. So he was just like, yeah, I just thought it'd be cool, so I just did it.
All right, so here's it. We're gonna shoot you out of a cannon.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
gonna carry a flag behind you. So then, dude, check this
Over the
out.
pyramid.
So then,
I mean, I jumped off stages, like,
No.
so
So
come
then
on.
he got someone, I think it was from Oakland County or whatever. He got one of the counties to hire him for something else, and then the band Bumpin' Uglies
Okay.
hired him to fly into one of their concerts. So like he's doing it. Like he's
Right.
kicking ass and taking names. He's badass, dude.
Well, I mean, if Bruce Dickinson could do it from Iron Maiden flying a plane around, I guess he could do
He's
that
actually
too.
doing a guest vocal spot streaming on the next album, on the Death and Love album.
Yeah, Mike's
That's
a great
awesome.
dude.
Dude,
Oh, that's
he's
cool.
awesome. He's one of our really good friends.
So, do you guys have like have a time or like a date that you're wanting to release?
So
on,
this
or
is what we're thinking.
a window.
By the end of the year, you'll have both albums.
Okay.
That's what our goal is. And then by February, Steve should be home. By the end of March, we should be okay to start practicing full time with him so we can get the rest of the album done. And then by the end of April, we should be ready to start doing shows.
So we're thinking mid 2024 is our goal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the other thing that we wanted to say is we are actively looking for a drummer.
Okay.
Because currently, because I am a drummer
Mhm.
and I do play drums for us for practice.
It's also hard to play guitar at the same time.
Well, I just want to do the singing. I just want to be the singer.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we
okay.
need Steve to come home, and we need a new drummer. And the thing is, we can hire a studio drummer for all the shows next year. We have people that are lined up, ready to do it. But it's just like we would rather find somebody that's permanent. You know what I mean? It would just be a lot easier.
That's all right.
Yeah, so we're looking around.
Yep. So if y'all know a drummer, send them our way.
Yeah, local musicians out there.
Listen to our
Contact.
music first. Make sure you can play it.
Yeah.
I know a few drummers like that. So.
Thank God.
I've
Send
been
them our
known to
way.
hit a top hat. I don't
A
know
top
much-
hat? What are you, a
What's
fucking
going-
Monopoly guy?
Top hat. You mean a hi-
Monopoly
a
guy.
hi hat.
Doesn't even
I
sound
had,
like
yeah.
a monopoly.
A hi hat. A hi hat.
I'm a singer, not a drummer. Okay,
There
but
you
I
go.
know that it's a hat in there somewhere.
Yep. There's a hi hat.
Yeah, hi hat.
If you ever
Hi
write a
hat, top-
Motown song, right here. This
Top
There
guy.
you
hat,
go.
hi hat, yeah.
This guy can sing Motown like nothing.
So, okay. So, as of right now, who are all of your members in your band right now? So, Joel, and then Devin, yes.
And then we have Dan, who is our guitarist, and then we also have Steve, who is our guitarist.
Okay.
So we have 2 guitar players, bass player, me the singer, but I play drums for the band for practice-wise, and I write the drums for the album.
Right on.
But and I'm supposed to be just the singer, and yeah, we haven't found a drummer yet.
And
I can't drum and play bass at the same time.
No, because you suck at life.
End up being like Dick Van Dyke
It's,
and Mary
I'm
Poppins.
not gonna lie, it's big shoes to fill. I just realized what he said.
Yeah.
The problem is, like, Josh has really big shoes to fill because Josh is an amazing drummer.
Yeah.
He's very good. So, and he writes very good shit. Him and I write very similar. So that's the problem. We like to write complicated shit.
So, well, I mean, I honestly, like, you guys sound like an amazing band. I've heard you
Thank
before. As the people who are here now, we're going to open it up and we're going to have the concert afterwards. We're going to do some recordings so people can have a taste of what you guys can do.
Awesome.
And do you guys have any questions? Because, like, it's all up to you. Like, you. Because I want to follow up with you guys after you guys put out your.
I've been actually meaning to ask you this since I met you. What is the meaning of life?
42, from what I understand.
That's what I was afraid you were gonna say.
I you know, it's because I'm a nerd though.
Yeah.
So.
I love this man.
Let's do it.
Sorry, Tiff. Anyways. But yeah, no, so thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. And on very short notice, thank you for coming in clutch.
Oh,
first of
not a
all.
problem at all.
Yeah, that was awesome, man.
Yeah, no, we appreciate you.
Yeah, we found out about this like 48 hours ago, I think.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
And we also want to thank Binks Trapper Joe's for letting us
Yes,
do
thank
this.
you guys for letting us be here. That's awesome. They look like they have amazing pizza. I didn't know they had
Oh
pizza.
yeah, oh yeah,
nice
they have
pizza,
great pizza.
nice
here.
drinks.
I didn't
And
know they had
burgers. Yeah. So all right, well, I think we're good. But
Thank you.
I want to give a shout out also for amazing shirts.
Yeah,
Sherry
no joke.
Galvin. So yeah, she's out at Wasso, and she
They look
makes
really nice.
she makes some beautiful shirts. So she said that if you want to hit anybody who wants shirts or whatever, just let her know, and I'll post her link on our Facebook and wherever we go.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Awesome. Thank you.
But yeah, without further ado, approaching autumn.
right on.